Good Friday morning, wealth creation investors and traders. Matthew Buckley, the chief investment strategist here at WCI, and going to be a kind of a quiet day. Obviously, we have Memorial Day weekend coming up, so most traders are packing their cars and heading for the Hamptons a little bit early, and just going to be a quiet day, especially after the massive sell-off overseas in the Nikkei. Recovered a lot of what happened yesterday, and paired a lot of losses in the Nikkei. Plus, we had some good news this morning out of durable goods and core durable goods orders here in the United States. And we're really winding down what's going on the earnings front with the Q1 earnings. Abercrombie and Fitch supposed to report today. And if you're a plus-size person, apparently you don't care because the CEO says he doesn't want you wearing his clothes. Thought that was a pretty interesting interview that guy gave recently. So A&F reporting earnings today. Good durable goods orders. Going to be a quiet day in the market just because of Memorial Day, but it's going to grind higher. And even with the sell-off in the Nikkei, if you joined me for my free live trading session yesterday afternoon, you saw my EWJ position, which was up nearly 600% in 6 weeks, about $9,000, get kicked in the teeth. And it was down to about $1,000 yesterday in profits, and I think it was about 68 or 80% gain. And of course, it recovered. So now it's up $2,800 and about 170%. Folks, this is still a good trade. The trend is your friend. The Bank of Japan is pumping $1.4 trillion into their economy, copy-paste from the U.S. Fed playbook, right? This is not going to be without pullbacks. It's not going to be without what we saw yesterday with the Nikkei, or a day and a half ago, getting kicked in the gut. So there you go. But I also said yesterday in my market sit rep over at Top Gun Options that usually if this is obviously a gap move to the downside. If it recovers half its gap, we're good to go, and we're going to see it to resume back to the upside. And we're essentially starting to see it recover half its gap and move back to the upside here. So I don't think that this EWJ trade is going to be down for long. I still think it's a great trade. Unless you're going to put on your Godzilla and Mothra suit, you can't fight the Bank of Japan, and you can't fight what they're trying to do to their market. Notice what I said, due to their market. I'm not talking about to their economy. Of course, they're doing this to their market to try and stimulate the economy, but as you've seen here in the United States, that ain't exactly working. With us, quote unquote, stimulating our stock market, our economy is supposed to be doing great, right? Well, of course, you guys on Main Street know that's not in fact the case. The only people having a great time in this market right now are those evil one percenters because they're taking part in this wealth effect here. But we're still seeing soft patches in housing, in the financial world. As we've talked about maybe about a month ago in a lot of my reports, the defensive sectors were the ones that were really leading this rally, especially at the beginning of the year. Utilities, the Procter and Gamble's, the Johnson and Johnson's. Everybody needs toothpaste and toilet paper, and everybody needs electricity. So those defensive sectors were driving the recovery. Not really the ones that tend to pull us into or out of a recession, like the financials or the transports. But it doesn't matter, folks. We're going to grind higher. But the market, the futures are looking down a little bit today, mainly because traders still really are trying to digest what the Bernanke was trying to say earlier in the week. You can see it right here. He was testifying in the morning. You can see it right there. And then when the Fed minutes came out, boom, the market fell off. I am going to tell you, like I said in my free live trading session yesterday, the past 2 times that this has happened, that they've released Fed minutes, that kind of maybe sort of danced around the fact that they might taper quantitative easing, this is what the market did. It sold off for a day and a half and then resumed its climb. Not saying that's going to happen again. I mean, we could continue to sell off, and this could be the big one, Elizabeth from Sanford and Son, but it's not. It's not going to, in my opinion. Most of these are being used as a pullback, and as I talked about yesterday in my session, Goldman Sachs has raised their S&P target for the end of the year up to 1750, so 100 points from where we are right now. I think that's a little conservative, and they're talking 2100 on the S&P by 2015. 1,900 by 2014. So we grind higher, folks. We grind higher, and we grind higher, and we grind higher. Like I said, had a great live trading session yesterday. Had a great annual offer for folks that are interested in trading with all of our Top Gun option services, from weekly options to primary, and I run both those portfolios, to intermediate and advanced options, which is run by my volatility arbitrage trader, Doug Robertson. And also talked about our managed account service, the new company I've started, Wealth Creation Investments, where we're going to be opening managed accounts soon. What's that mean? You don't send us a nickel. You open an account with one of our one of our brokers that we work with, Straits, RJO, different brokers, and it's an account. It's your account that we manage. So again, there's no Bernie Madoff or anything that's physically possible, because it's your account. You see it. It's just managed by us, if you're interested in that, okay? So again, if you're interested in that, you can shoot me an email at whiz@Top Gun Options to get on the early interest list for our managed account program, and we'll let you know most likely next week when we can start opening accounts, okay? And yes, we can manage IRAs as well. All right, well, have a great weekend. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy your day off if you get one, and remember the reason for Memorial Day weekend. Okay, happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll talk to you on Tuesday.